Silent platoon revenge. The married couple who played me. You're perfect for us. Lieutenant Sarah Chen said those 4 words with a smile that made my heart race. Her husband, Lieutenant Commander Marcus Chen, nodded from across the table. Sarah's right. You're exactly what we've been looking for. I was 26 years old, a petty officer 2nd class in the United States Navy, intelligence specialist, recently divorced, lonely, new to Naval Station Norfolk. And I thought they meant I was perfect to be Sarah's girlfriend. I didn't know they meant I was perfect to be their next victim. What followed was 3 months of the most intense, beautiful, confusing relationship of my life. Until I overheard Marcus on the phone. This one's so easy. She'll do anything Sarah asks. How much do you think we can get before we transfer to San Diego? At least 20 grand, plus the intel she has access to. This is our best score yet. That's when I realized. I wasn't their girlfriend. I was their mark. This is silent platoon revenge. I'm Petty Officer 1st Class Jordan Mitchell, US Navy. And this is how a married couple tried to blackmail me, manipulate me, and destroy my career, and how I destroyed them both instead. This isn't just a love story gone wrong. This is about predators in uniform who use sex, romance, and trust to commit federal crimes. This is about how they'd done it to 3 other sailors before me. And this is about how I stopped them before they could do it to anyone else. Welcome to the story of the married couple who played me. And how I played them back. The seduction. January, arriving in Norfolk. I stepped off the plane from Bahrain with divorce papers in my bag and nobody waiting for me. My marriage was over. High school sweetheart, married at 21, divorced at 25. He couldn't handle the deployments, the distance, the military life. I was alone in a new city, new command, starting completely over. That's when the predators found me. The first contact, Navy Exchange. 3 days later, I was at the Navy Exchange buying basics, sheets, towels, coffee maker. My cart screamed, starting over from nothing. First time at Norfolk. I turned. She was beautiful. About 30, dark hair, warm brown eyes, the kind of smile that made you feel instantly comfortable. That obvious, I laughed. We've all been there. I'm Sarah Chen, Lieutenant Supply Corps. Jordan Mitchell, Petty Officer 2nd Class, Intelligence Specialist. Her eyes lit up when I said Intelligence Specialist. I didn't catch it then. Welcome to Norfolk. My husband and I host dinners for new sailors, helps people settle in. Want to come this Friday? She seemed genuine, and I was desperately lonely. Yeah, that sounds nice. Hook, line, sinker. Friday night, meeting the husband. Their townhouse in Virginia Beach was beautiful, tastefully decorated, wine already open. Lieutenant Commander Marcus Chen answered the door. Tall, fit, handsome, confident, the kind of officer who looks like a recruiting poster. Jordan, come in. Sarah's told me all about you. Dinner was incredible. They were fascinating, well-traveled, intelligent, funny. They asked about my deployment, my background, my goals. They made me feel seen. So you're an is, Marcus leaned forward. Intelligence work must be intense. It can be, but I love it. The puzzle solving, the analysis. Sarah touched my hand briefly. I can tell you take your work seriously. That's admirable. The touch lingered too long. I felt something, but I dismissed it. 1 month later, the confession. Over the next month, we became close friends. Coffee with Sarah, gym sessions with Marcus, Friday dinners became tradition. Then one afternoon, coffee shop, Sarah dropped the bomb. Marcus and I have been together 10 years. We've learned traditional relationships don't work for everyone. What do you mean? We have an open marriage, ethical non-monogamy. I tried to play it cool. That's progressive. She smiled. I'm glad you think so, because I need to be honest with you. My heart pounded. I'm attracted to you, Jordan, have been since we met, And Marcus knows. He's completely supportive. I'd had relationships with women before. I'd been attracted to Sarah from day one. But this married woman officer, my friend, was overwhelming. I don't know what to say. You don't have to say anything. If you're not interested, we stay friends. No pressure. She was giving me an out. But I didn't take it. I'm attracted to you too, but you're married. That's why I'm being honest. Marcus and I have clear boundaries. He's genuinely okay with this. More than okay, he encouraged me to tell you. The three-way talk, normalizing the trap. That evening, all three of us sat down. Marcus was calm, reassuring, too perfect. Jordan, this is completely consensual on my end. Sarah and I have been doing this for years. We have rules, boundaries, and most importantly, honesty. What are the rules? Communication, safety, respect. Sarah dates who she wants, I date who I want. We're always honest with each other. It's not cheating if everyone consents. And you're really okay with Sarah and me. More than okay. You'd be good for each other. Honestly, she's been happier since meeting you. Sarah squeezed my hand. No pressure. We can go as slow as you need. I should have seen the red flags. The perfect setup, the rehearsed lines, the coordinated approach. But I was lonely, attracted, desperate to be wanted. So I said yes. And I walked right into their trap. The dream becomes a nightmare. 3 months in paradise. The next 3 months felt like a dream. Sarah and I dated for real. Dinners, movies, beach walks at sunset. She was everything I'd wanted, affectionate, attentive, romantic. Everything my ex-husband never was. Marcus played the supportive husband perfectly. You're good for her, Jordan. I haven't seen her this happy in years. It felt special, unique, like we'd found something magical. But slowly, things shifted. The small favors. It started small. Babe, could you help me with something? Sarah asked one night. I need shipping schedules for a supply audit. Your clearance gives you access to the logistics database, right? Yeah, but that's sensitive. I know, she kissed me. I'm just trying to avoid paperwork. Official channels take forever. Can you pull it for me, please? She kissed me again. I melted. Okay, just this once. Then Marcus. Jordan, random question. You have access to deployment schedules. Yeah, why? Working on a readiness report, need to cross-reference dates, would save me hours. It seemed reasonable, helpful. So I did it. The money. Then came the financial requests. Babe. I'm so embarrassed. Sarah looked distressed. Marcus's mom had medical expenses. We're stretched thin. Could you loan us $2,000 just till next paycheck? $2,000 was significant on my salary. But she was my girlfriend. Partners help each other, right? Of course. When do you need it? Really? She kissed me deeply. You're a lifesaver. I'll pay you back next month, promise. She never did. 2 weeks later, another crisis. Marcus's sister's legal fees, $1,000. 3 weeks after that, car repairs, $1,500. By April, I'd given them over $5,000 total. Never saw a penny again. The intel fishing. Then Marcus started asking about my actual work. Tell me about your job. What's the most interesting intelligence you've seen? I can't really talk about that. Come on, nothing classified, just cool stuff. You trust us, right? Sarah snuggled against me. He's just curious, babe. So I told them things. Vague things, general things. But things I shouldn't have shared. I was being manipulated by professionals. But I was in love. So I didn't see it. The promise. Then Sarah dropped the big one. We were lying in bed one night after making love. I think I'm falling in love with you, she whispered. I love you too. No, I mean I want to leave Marcus and be with you. Really be with you. My heart soared. Are you serious? Yes, Marcus and I have been talking. This marriage has run its course. We're more like roommates. She looked into my eyes. But with you, I feel alive. I believed every word. The night everything shattered. I was supposed to meet them for dinner at 7 p.m. I arrived early at 6:30, let myself in with the key they'd given me. That's when I heard Marcus on the phone. Office door cracked open. Yeah, this one's working out perfectly. She's given us 3 restricted reports, deployment schedules, 2,200 in cash so far. My blood froze. Sarah's got her completely hooked, talking about leaving me, moving in together, the girls eating it up. I stood paralyzed. We transfer to San Diego in 3 months. Before then, we need to get as much as we can. Her clearance is gold, SIGINT access. If we can get those reports, we can sell them for serious money. SIGINT, signals intelligence, classified. Don't worry about Jordan figuring it out. Sarah's got her too in love to think straight. He laughed. This is our best score yet. Better than Amanda in San Diego. Better than Jessica in Pearl Harbor. This girl's a fucking gold mine. I couldn't breathe. Everything, every kiss, every I love you, every moment was a lie. I wasn't their girlfriend. I was a mark, a target, a victim. Amanda in San Diego, Jessica in Pearl Harbor. There were others. The hunter awakens. The first night. I left silently, drove home, sat in the dark. My first instinct was to cry, to break down. And I did, for about an hour. But then something else kicked in. Ray. Cold, calculating, lethal. I'd spent 5 years in the Navy, deployed to combat zones, trained to gather intelligence and execute missions. These motherfuckers picked the wrong target. Finding the victims. I started investigating immediately. Previous duty stations: San Diego, Hawaii, Japan. San Diego, 2020-12022. I found Petty Officer 3rd Class Amanda Rodriguez. I messaged her. Did you know Marcus and Sarah Chen in San Diego? She replied, who's asking? Someone they're trying to do to what I think they did to you. Long pause. Can we talk on the phone? Amanda's story, Victim 1. Amanda's story was identical to mine. Met at coffee shop. Sarah confessed attraction. Marcus was supportive. She made me feel so special, Amanda said, voice shaking. What did they want? Money, $15,000 over 6 months. Cancer treatment, legal fees, student loans, always a crisis. Did they ask for information? I'm a logistics specialist. Ship movements, cargo manifests. They said it was for efficiency reports. I gave them things I shouldn't have. Did you report them? I tried, but they transferred before the investigation finished. No proof. My word against 2 officers. I got reprimanded. They got away clean. Jessica's story, Victim 2. Hawaii, Pearl Harbor, 2020-22023. Petty Officer 2nd Class Jessica Park. She initially refused to talk. I begged, please, they're doing it to me now. She called me. I tried to kill myself because of them. My heart stopped. I fell in love with Sarah, gave them $17,000, classified reports, my entire soul. When they left, Sarah said we needed space. Found out later she'd been planning it for months. I got investigated for security violations, spent 3 weeks in psychiatric care, and they just moved on. Marcus Thompson's story, Victim 3. Japan, 2022-021. Petty Officer 1st Class Marcus Thompson, male victim. I'm not into open relationships, he said, but Sarah was incredible, made me feel special. What did they want? I'm a cryptologic technician, top secret clearance, encrypted message logs, access codes. How much money? 8 or 9,000. Did you report them? Filed a report. It went nowhere. Officers' V's enlisted. Who do you think they believed? 4 victims, 4 duty stations, 4 identical stories. At least $50,000 stolen. Multiple security violations. They were serial predators. And I was next. Unless I stopped them first. Setting the trap. The plan. I had two options. Option 1, report them now with no proof. My word against 2 officers, we know how that ends. Option 2, become the bait, gather evidence, record everything, build an airtight case. Then bury them. I chose option 2. Legal recording. Virginia is a one-party consent state. If I'm in the conversation, I can legally record without them knowing. I bought a high-quality recording device. Kept it on me at all times. Acting normal. Sarah texted, "Babe, where'd you go last night? We missed you." I stared at that text for 10 minutes. Then typed, "Sorry, work emergency. Dinner tomorrow." "Of course, miss you read." "You lying bitch." The first recording. I went to their house, with the recording device hidden in my jacket. "Jordan, we were worried." Sarah hugged me. Recording device, active. Marcus poured wine. "We wanted to ask you something." He exchanged a look with Sarah. Coordination. "You have access to SIGINT reports, right?" "Here we go." "Yeah, why?" "I'm putting together a readiness assessment, comprehensive analysis of Middle East communications. Could you pull a few reports? Nothing highly classified, just traffic analysis." "Marcus, that's sensitive." Sarah touched my arm. "Babe, it's for official work. We wouldn't ask if it wasn't important." Recording every word. "Let me think about it." "Of course, no pressure." Marcus smiled. "We appreciate everything you've already done for us." "Got you, motherfucker." The solo recording. 2 nights later, Sarah alone at my apartment. "I've been thinking about leaving Marcus and building a life together." Her face lit up. "Really?" "Yeah, I love you, Sarah." "I love you too." She kissed me. "We're thinking after our transfer to San Diego." "Wait, transfer, when?" 3 months, did I not mention it?" She smiled. "We want you to come with us, start fresh in California, just you and me." Every word recorded. "Sarah, have you done this before? With other people at other duty stations?" Her face froze, just for a second. "Done what?" "The open marriage thing." She laughed it off. "We've had other partners, sure, but no one's been like you. You're different." Lying to my face. "Could you pull those SIGINT reports? I'd consider it a huge favor." "How huge?" She kissed me deeply. "Very huge." Got it on tape. The bombshell recording. 1 week later, I forgot my phone at their house, left it recording overnight. The next morning, I retrieved it. Downloaded the audio. Sarah and Marcus talking alone. "Sarah, she's close to pulling those SIGINT reports. Once we have those, we can sell them to that defense contractor for serious money." "Marcus, how much?" "Sarah, at least 30,000. "Marcus, this is working out better than Jessica in Hawaii." "Sarah, Jessica was too fragile. Jordan's tougher, more useful, better access." "Marcus, think she suspects." "Sarah, no way, she's completely in love with me. Thinks we're moving to San Diego together." She laughed. "God, she's so naive." "Marcus, how much has she given us?" "Sarah, cash, about 5,200. Intel, 3 classified reports plus deployment schedules." "Marcus, when do we transfer?" "Sarah, 11 weeks. We'll ghost her like the others." "Marcus, any chance she'll report us?" "Sarah, who's going to believe her? She's shared classified information. If she reports us, she'll get court-martialed too. She's trapped." "Marcus, perfect." I had everything. Confession to previous victims. Admission of selling classified information. Conspiracy to commit espionage, fraud, blackmail. Now came the hard part. Act 5, NCIS bringing the hammer down. Walking into NCIS. I walked into NCIS Norfolk with a thick folder. Transcripts, audio files, bank records, text screenshots. Contact info for 3 victims, timeline of everything. Special Agent Williams reviewed it all methodically. Finally, he looked up. Ms. Mitchell, do you understand the seriousness of what you're alleging? Yes, sir. And you're aware you've also violated security protocols. Yes, sir. I'm prepared to accept consequences, but they need to be stopped. He studied me. How long has this been going on? 3 months with me, but I've identified 3 other victims at previous duty stations. This is a pattern. Evidence they intended to sell classified information. I played the recording of them discussing selling SIGINT for $30,000. Agent Williams's expression darkened. Wait here. The investigation. NCIS launched a full investigation. Interviewed me for hours. Contacted Amanda, Jessica, and Marcus Thompson. All 3 agreed to testify. They subpoenaed financial records. $47,000 in unexplained deposits over 3 years. Transfers from all 4 victims. Communications with defense contractors. Classified information on personal devices. They searched the Chen's home. Classified documents I'd pulled. Documents from previous victims. Notes on target profiles. Communications discussing scores. The case was airtight. The arrest. Lieutenant Commander Marcus Chen and Lieutenant Sarah Chen were arrested at their commands. Handcuffed in front of colleagues. Charged with conspiracy to commit espionage. Unauthorized disclosure of classified information. Wire fraud. Conduct unbecoming an officer. Multiple UCMJ violations. Held in the brig, no bail. My immunity. I faced potential charges for sharing classified information. But Agent Williams advocated for me. Petty Officer Mitchell was targeted by sophisticated predators using psychological manipulation. She came forward voluntarily, provided evidence, and helped stop a national security threat. I recommend full immunity in exchange for testimony. I was granted complete immunity. I would testify at both courts-martial. The courts-martial justice delivered. Sarah's trial. I sat in the witness chair facing Sarah. She looked small now, powerless, scared. I told everything. The seduction, the manipulation, the requests for money and intelligence. When did you realize you were being manipulated? When I overheard Lieutenant Commander Chen discussing their score and mentioning previous victims. What did you do? I investigated, found 3 other victims, gathered evidence, reported to NCIS. The other victims. Amanda testified about losing $15,000. Jessica testified via video, describing her suicide attempt. Lieutenant Chen told me she loved me. I gave them $17,000. When they left, I had a breakdown and attempted suicide. Her voice cracked. But it wasn't for nothing. They need to pay. Marcus Thompson testified about losing $8,000 and having his career damaged. 4 victims, 4 identical stories. The verdicts. Lieutenant Sarah Chen, guilty on all counts. Sentence. Dishonorable discharge. 8 years in military prison. Forfeiture of all pay and benefits. Permanent security threat registry. Lieutenant Commander Marcus Chen, guilty on all counts. Sentence. Dishonorable discharge. 10 years in military prison. Forfeiture of all pay and benefits. Permanent security threat registry. Both escorted to prison. Both stripped of rank and honor. Both convicted felons for life. Both destroyed. Healing. Aftermath. I spent 3 months in therapy processing the betrayal. Amanda, Jessica, Marcus, and I created a support group. We were healing, together. 6 months later, I was promoted to Petty Officer First Class. My co said, Petty Officer Mitchell demonstrated extraordinary courage exposing a national security threat. The Navy needs more sailors like her. I eventually met Emma, a civilian teacher. I told her everything. They manipulated you, she said. That wasn't your fault. I should have known. You were in love. Love makes us vulnerable. That's being human. She took my hand. I'm not them. I'm not playing games. I'm just someone who thinks you're incredible. I believed her. And this time, I was right. Final message. I'm Petty Officer First Class Jordan Mitchell. Amanda, Jessica, and Marcus Thompson are all thriving now. Sarah and Marcus Chen are in prison, convicted felons for life. To anyone who's been manipulated, it wasn't your fault. Predators are professionals. You're not stupid. You're human. To anyone being manipulated now, trust your instincts. Document everything. Report it. Because they'll do it again unless you stop them. To predators, we see you. We document you. We report you. Your tactics won't work anymore. This is silent platoon revenge. I didn't do it for revenge. I did it for every sailor exploited by someone they trusted. Because the first rule of the Navy, we protect each other from enemies foreign and domestic, even when those enemies wear the uniform. I'm Petty Officer First Class Jordan Mitchell, United States Navy. And this was our story. Hit subscribe if you believe predators deserve prison. Tell me, have you been manipulated? How did you survive? Remember, predators count on your silence. Survivors count on your voice. And when we speak up, we destroy them. No mercy, no regrets, just justice. Hooyah.